So this is the desktop of the MONDOPAD. It's just like, how you doing, Mark? This is the desktop of the MONDOPAD. It's just like a computer that you see here with a regular desktop. Here in the bottom left corner, you see you have your start menu. But what makes the MONDOPAD so unique is when you first start the MONDOPAD, it has this MONDOPAD shell, okay? And this shell gives you all of the features of the MONDOPAD from here, okay? And this shell can be customized and it can be secure. It's a quick way to get started with the MONDOPAD. So it presents, this is a way that you can actually connect to the MONDOPAD and use it collaboratively. Okay, so you have your QR code here that you can use a scanner and connect to it, and then it'll give you the application to actually connect to the MONDOPAD. This is the IP address here where you can put this in a browser and then enter this access code, allows you to connect to it through the browser. You also have remote connections, and we also have the wireless control. So this is out of the box. And like I mentioned, there's also an application that you can put on your tablets and your smartphones to connect to it, to control and also do presentations. Okay? So it's really easy to connect to this MONDOPAD with another MONDOPAD or a PC to collaborate.
Are those universal apps?
Yes, it's one for Android. There's one for the iPad as well, for the Apple. Okay, view and share. This is access to the file system here, where you can email the MONDOPAD. We have an email address up here. You can email a file here, and the files can go here. You can, like I said, connect to it, put files here. You can come up with a USB stick and put files in. And you notice here you can customize different folders to segment the files you want. They also, you have security where you can lock a folder here, and you see this little lock icon lets you know that this folder has been locked by Richard Benson. So if I try to double click it, it's asking me for a PIN in order to get into the files of that folder. Okay. But you also have folders for your whiteboard that you can save. And these are the MONDOPAD files here that we have. Okay, so you can view and share. So right here from this file, I can double click this image and brings it up, and it shows me here the touch gestures because this is a touch screen. Okay, so now I can use this image, and I just swipe to another image I had in that folder. Okay, here we go. Here, this image, you have your laser pointer. You can annotate over this image. So I'm gonna grab my pen and just show you I can annotate there, or I can make this larger.
It's pretty sensitive. If you see, it's not pixeled out. It's pretty true to.
Okay.
That one's not. You can't see.
So this is if I just want to use an image. Okay, so it's like a whiteboard all the time. And then, so this is the same tool swap you will see when I go into the whiteboard. So let me just go into the whiteboard. So this is the whiteboard. Okay, so you see the same tools here where you can select your different colors. Here you can actually import a picture. So if I go to import picture, view and share, that's the folder where I put the files. Here's this picture. And then there's the picture there on my whiteboard. And I can move this around and rotate it, do things of that nature. So that's what you were asking about earlier? Make it larger, smaller?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can annotate over that. Okay, my dexterity is not all that great, okay? So then I can annotate with my finger or with my pen over this image, okay? So go to the next page. and I can start a fresh page. If I need to go back, everything is still there. So this is a very full function interactive whiteboard. If I go to the next page, I have some of the features you see in other whiteboards. I can put up a grid. I can do text, and then bring up my keyboard, and I can type some text. Okay. I can change the size of that text, right? I can change the color of the text. Okay. So it's a full function. I can clear text. Any questions on that, on the whiteboard? Let's go back home. Video meeting. This is the video conferencing that I spoke to you about. And you can see there's the camera. See a few people there. And you can, this is your dialing pad to dial. Now, because of the room we're in and the way that this network is isolated, I can dial out to some devices, but we won't be able to dial into this device, which is a good thing, because in the schools or in a company, you want to have security and be able to protect your devices within your network. And you have the same thing with this device. Okay, so it's you can put it behind a firewall. You can open it up, even though I just told you how easy it is to connect to it. You still can prevent that, with the traditional networking security functions. But I'm going to dial out one that I know I can reach. One of the company I mentioned that hosts the Meet Me service is called BidTel, and I'm going to dial them. There's BidTel, aquarium. So you have your movement in there. You can see that. Be closer, you see the fish moving there in the tank. And that's actually a tank, because those. Here we go. Large screen. Just double click it and get full screen. Okay? So here, we have our icons here at the bottom. I can put this call on hold. I can share this call. I can share my screen while I'm in the call. I can turn my mic on and off. I can share my screen. I can annotate in the call. And I get my tool selection from the interactive whiteboard. And I can annotate. Okay? Self-view. I can go back to my desktop, still being in the call. And there's the call down there. Okay? And I can bring the call back up. Full screen. Go back to main. Okay? Any questions on that? Under extras is where you have access to that full service computer for all the applications you have installed on here. Okay? You can identify which applications you want available right here in extras. Okay? So we put the basic ones here: Microsoft, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. But you can put more there. You have access to your control panel. Here, I can click and bring in the control panel. It's a typical control panel of a computer. If I just go to add, remove applications, here you have your My Computer, so you can have access to your full C drive, and you can add, see So here's my folders on my C drive, so I can add files from there. Here you also have access to log off the MondoPad, shut down, restart, or log in as another user from extras. When I go to my application folder, I'm back to the applications I made available under my extras. Okay? So also what's good about that, you can see this icon here, it expands of the different applications that I have open. Okay? Before we go into the other extras, I want to minimize this desktop. Now, the MondoPad, as I mentioned, this could be locked out, but right now for this demo I have it open, so all I have to do is hit that button. My MondoPad shell is minimized, and now I'm back to the desktop of the computer.